Everyone, this Cyrus Webb presents. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and on Twitter. We're glad all of you could be with us as we're continuing our Cyber Monday coverage, but we also are including some conversations in there as well. Our next guest is no stranger to Conversations Live, the radio show, and even she's appeared for us. Actually, it was on Prime Day, Felicia, when you were on with us,
Yes.
discussing the book we see in front of us, Sister Nadine Ways. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that our friends are all set here on Facebook. Felicia, then we're going to go ahead and connect with our friends on Amazon Live. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, if you guys are not familiar with Felicia, she's had a pretty good 2021. We're going to talk to her about that year, but also what she's looking forward to with a new release. And also, we'll let you guys know how to stay connected with her on social media as well. Going to go ahead and make sure we have Felicia tagged here on the main post. And then we're going to make that public on Facebook. All set there. And then we're going to go ahead and connect with our friends over on Amazon Live. And you all are tuned in to Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. You all have been seeing a lot of me today here on Amazon Live as we've been having our Cyber Monday coverage, been sharing with you guys some great deals that are going on today, but also some great conversations as well. We're continuing that with our next guest. I'm going to go ahead and highlight her book right now in the carousel. We're excited to welcome back my friend Felicia Brookins to the program. I'm going to talk to her about the year that's been 2021, but also what it's been like for her to see the response to her book and a new release that's coming as well. Felicia, glad to have you back on with us.
Thank you, Cyrus. It's always an honor to talk with you.
Well, I appreciate that. Felicia, let's begin where we are now. Tell us about the year that's been 2021. What has it been like for you to kind of reflect on this year?
2021 has been gratefully a very busy year, book-wise for me as an author and also as the entrepreneur of Inspired Resources, LLC. The book is still in great demand, and there are still so many people that I have to reach with it, but I've reached even more people with Sister Nadine's Ways. Had a lot of very interesting and productive podcast interviews this year. I had my very first international podcast, my very first opportunity to interact and be introduced to an international audience. As a matter of fact, I think it was last weekend on the Soul Online radio station in the United Kingdom.
Wow.
So that was phenomenal for me. That was really huge to be able to do that. So I'm looking forward to what's going to come from that. It was a great interview on intergenerational trauma. Also, I've recently gotten to the next step with my up and coming book 2 of my trilogy, Reprobate Ways. So I would say that overall, I am extremely satisfied with the way the year has gone for me as my books are concerned and my other things that I'm involved in.
And that's right. And you have been involved in a lot, Felicia. Tamika, thank you so much for joining us over there on Facebook. She says hello, Felicia, to you. You know, what I love so much about what you've been able to do, Felicia, is you've been able to build on the brand, right? I mean, you are, a lot of people got to know you as an author, but you have shown yourself as an entrepreneur, what you've been able to do, in being able to spread messages like from pen to paper, being able to be involved in that and helping people. How does it feel to know that you've been able to not only share your own voice through your book, but also help other people to share their voice?
It feels great. I'm very proud to be able to be a voice, not only for myself, to speak up for myself, but to be able to give others an opportunity to use writing as a way to say what it is that they feel, to express themselves. I get a great joy out of being an inspiration to someone to pick up the pen and paper and write the book. I get inbox messages all the time say, you really inspire me, you encourage me, and that is humbling to me, and I'm very grateful for that. Anything I can do to be of help to someone and help them along their literary journey, or in whatever way I may help them. It's surprising. Sometimes it may be just, you posted this quote and this is exactly what I needed for this day. So being encourage and peace. I'm glad to be able to do that, to encourage and inspire others to go for what it is that they want to do, or just the fact that they need to be uplifted for that day.
Yeah. Dennis Perkins is joining us
Thank
over
you.
there on Facebook. He says, keep building on that solid foundation, Felicia. And
Thank
I think that's it. So let's go back to the foundation of how we got to know you, Felicia, many of us,
you.
including myself. And that is through Sister Nadine's Ways. When you wrote that book, did you feel as though you had something that readers would be able to enjoy and want to talk about?
I did. The thing that I felt, I think the strongest was that this is going to be a message that is going to transform mindsets,
Hmm.
especially those of women.
Okay.
This is going to be a message that is going to stir up maybe some feelings and emotions of things from experiences people have had as children. It's going to cause people to have to be courageous and be brave enough to look in the mirror and say, that's me, or to question, is that me? Or to even go back and say, man, I just had completely blanked that out as a child. And maybe that explains why I react the way I do to certain things. So I really believe when I wrote that book, this was going to be a help, or as they say in the church, a chain breaker. So that's what I.
And I think that is the thing. No, it is fun too. So people always tell me I always focus on the serious things. There are some serious topics in the book as well, but it's
Mhm.
fun. And Nadine is one of those characters that I think we all know a Nadine. You've kind of taken on the personality, not yourself personally, but on social media, Felicia, of
Yeah.
Nadine. What has it been like for you to share that particular character with us?
Oh, it has been funny. It's been enlightening. There have been times people have come on my page or in my on Sister Nadine's Ways page and make comments about the fact that, oh my God, where is this church? I never want to go there. Or I hate her. I just wish that she would get the beat down. How could she do that? I'm so emotional. Oh my God, Felicia, I just don't understand what kind of woman this is. But I love the feedback. I love the fact that their emotions have got involved in it because that
Yeah,
means they're into the book. If you're
right.
into the book, you're into me as an author. So
Yeah.
it's great. It's like I said, it's funny sometimes, but then there are moments. For example, I've had someone to say, Nadine is my husband, and that right there was kind of mind blowing for me, and so
Mhm.
that led to a whole different type of conversation. So it can
I
be a
can
roller
imagine it
coaster.
would. Yeah, I can imagine it would. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, you're watching Cyrus Webb Presents primarily here on Amazon Live, but we also are streaming on other platforms as well. Felicia Brookins is our guest for this segment. We're talking with her about the year that's been 2021. Also, though, for those who are joining us on the Amazon Live side, you guys will notice her book is there in Kindle for $9.99. I highlighted it there, and in paperback for $20.85. So you guys can just click below to be able to get it for yourself. Also, if you're new here on the Amazon Live side, feel free to give us a follow. We have broadcasting here 7 days a week on the Amazon.com site. So you guys can stay connected with us and all the broadcasting that we do here. So I want to talk about the follow-up because people have been asking you for a while, Felicia, when is the next book coming out? When is
Yeah.
the next book coming out? Well, now if anyone follows you on social media, you've given us at least a teaser, aka the cover of the new book. Talk to us about the follow-up.
Well, the follow up is called Reprobate Ways.
Mm-hmm.
This is a follow. This is my baby.
Mm-hmm.
And Reprobate Ways is part two of the Ways trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
This book is going to focus on the middle daughter, Anne. And it's also going to begin to open up to readers and show them that this is the fruit of the seeds that Nadine has planted in her household.
Mm-hmm.
Anne is going to be the first one to produce what I call a toxic fruit from the things that her mother has released and done in the household, and the fact that, in book one, her father left. And so she was there alone because her older sister, Patsy, also left. And
Mm-hmm.
so in this book, Anne becomes someone that is a bit in the mindset of being vengeful,
Mm-hmm.
and she's angry. And so she shows her anger in a way that I would say is really going to be extremely devastating to the entire family.
Right.
I would also say in this book that Nadine is going to get quite a revelation. I think it's going to really surprise and shock a lot of the readers. And so that's why I also encourage everyone to please get book one and read it so that you'll be caught up. There will be some references to book one, but you want to make sure you're familiar with the characters. And also, I am extremely proud to say that also in this book, I have a very special foreword from a very special Amazon reviewer. One of those top reviewers, his name would be Cyrus Webb. So
Well,
that, guys, for me is a big honor. I thank you again so much for that, Cyrus.
well, look,
So,
it is.
oh, and finally,
Yeah.
book two will have a teaser of book three in it, and hopefully it won't be as long. But book three will be in the back of book two. So look forward to that. I think this is going to be even better than book one. I will say, Cyrus, that even my editor said, Felicia, this is almost a bit too much for me emotionally. So I did tone it down just a little bit, but yeah, I think you're going to be pleased with it.
Wow. Well, look, it was an honor of mine to be able to lend a review. Felicia, this is exciting because, like I said, I've been one of those who's been wanting to know. My mom has been wanting to know, so I can let her know. Book two is
Tell
coming.
mama it's coming. Yeah.
So I want to step back for a second, Felicia, and talk about what your advice would be for others. Because for those who are watching you and what you've done and your success, and they say, wow, you know what? I've always had a story I wanted to tell. What advice do you normally give to people about telling that story?
Well, the first thing I would say is go ahead and write it down.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about the order. Just spill it out. Get it all out. Whatever it is inside of you that you want to tell. Don't worry about how you spell it. Don't worry about the order that you want to put it in. Get it all out on paper. And then once you get it out on paper, invest in yourself by attending literary workshops or events that you need to attend to help you prepare to be able to write that book and to write it well.
Mm.
And then I would say, and be prepared to invest in a very good editor. Also, decide what it is that you want to do with the book. Are you writing the book just to give it out as a Christmas gift, or just to your friends and family? Or do you have things in your mind and your heart that you want to do with that book? Like with me, for my, as an example for me, there are other things that I want to do. And I also know there are a gamut of possibilities that can come from that one book. Workshops, speaking engagements, everything. So write it down. Don't be afraid to put it out there on paper, and then attend events that help you get it done. For example, the Inspire Resources LLC Writers Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
Plug.
There you go. And that's the thing, Felicia. I mean, but you really gave the big key there. I mean, you have to be willing to invest in yourself. And that's the thing. If you, for one, you have to believe in yourself and know that you're worthy of whatever it is that you want. But then, of course, be able to take that next step and invest in yourself for sure. Again, everyone, Felicia Brookins has been our guest. Also, she is one of the honorees this year from Mississippi Success from WYAD 94.1 FM in Mississippi. We're glad to be able to honor all of her achievements this year as well. And we know there's going to be many more to come. I want to say for those who are tuning in on the Amazon side, again, if you guys click below, you'll notice in the carousel there, you'll see both the print and the Kindle editions of Sister Nadine Ways. Make sure you guys click on that. You can click there to be able to check out and start reading book one for yourself to be ready for Reprobate Ways that is coming as well. So with that being said, then, Felicia, how can they stay connected with you?
I am on Facebook at Book Felicia B. You can also find me on Instagram on Sister Nadine's Ways. She has her own page. On Twitter at Felicia Brookins. And I'm also on LinkedIn under Felicia Brookins. So you can get in touch with me on any of those different platforms. Or if you'd like to send me an email, you can email me at authorfeliciabrookins@gmail.com.
Awesome. Felicia, so glad to have you on with us as we've been continuing our Cyber Monday coverage. Glad to have you and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you, Cyrus. I appreciate it. Blessings to you. Talk to you soon.
Blessings to you too, my friend. Love you. And definitely make sure you guys, if you have not done so already, make sure you guys get Felicia's book. I really enjoyed book one. Enjoyed being able to review book two. I think you guys are going to enjoy it as well. Again, the book that's out right now is Sister Nadine Ways. It is available in print as well as the Kindle edition here on Amazon Live. So if you guys again click below, you'll be able to add that to your cart for the paperback edition, but also one-click it for the Kindle edition as well. Also want to remind you guys as we prepare for our next guest that there are a couple of Cyber Monday deals that we still have that are going on right now that I'm excited to tell you guys about. One is if you're looking for a new computer that is perfect for your Zoom meetings, streaming like I'm doing right now, or your gaming, ByteCool has their computer on sale right now. I'm using it here. It's 30% off today for Cyber Monday. That means you can get it for only $279. Again, it's $279. The ByteCool laptop you guys see there. Really good. Really, I think it's nice for me as I travel a lot just to slip inside my bag. It does not take up a lot of room, but it does come with Windows installed on it as well. I also want to remind you guys that the Kindle 7 is still on sale right now for 30% off as well for $34.99. If you guys want to get Felicia's book, you don't have a Kindle, now's the time to get a Kindle. Again, they have the Kindle 7 is on $34.99. The Kindle 8 is $44.99 today. So both of those are on a great deal for Cyber Monday. Excited about our next guest. We're excited to welcome JP Richards to our program. You guys see I have my Sparkle bag here because JP is the founder of Sparkle. We're going to talk to him not only about the idea for the pad, but also I'm going to let you guys see mine as well. We're going to walk you guys through how you can be able to use it. For those who are looking for something to be able to help them when it comes to pain or discomfort, or even something to help them just to be able to soothe those achy muscles. This is something I think you guys are going to really enjoy. JP is making his very first appearance on our program today. JP, glad to have you on with us. I think we lost him. I think we lost JP. Okay, we're going to try to get JP back on with us. It looks like he may have dropped off there. But as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about the Sparkle mat next. And again, I'm going to go ahead and highlight in the carousel. It's right now $139.50. We're going to walk you guys through how you can be able to best use it. I'm going to also show you mine. I have mine here as well. And then, of course, we're going to let you guys know how to stay connected with JP as well. Again, this is one of those things that you can use whether you're talking about after exercising, or of course, if you guys are looking for something to kind of help you with that back support when you guys are feeling a little achy. This is one of the things that can definitely help you out. Again, I'm going to talk to JP about what it's been like for him to see the response to it, but also let you guys know the functionality of it as well, how you can be able to benefit. I'm going to actually show you as he walks through it, show you mine here as well. Again, we had JP there. He seemed to have dropped off. We're going to try to get him back for you guys, and appreciate all of you for being with us, both on Facebook as well as our friends joining us on YouTube and Twitter. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Dennis. Dennis says, I'm very proud of you as always, Felicia. Felicia definitely has been doing a lot of great work. I want to remind you guys again, if you have not gotten Felicia's book, to make sure you guys do go over to Amazon and get it for yourself. Sister Nadine Ray's is the book that's out now. And then as you heard her mention, of course, book 2 is coming. So you guys can look forward to that. But you heard the author say you want to make sure that you've read this one first so you can be caught up on all of the action that's going on and be connected with the characters as well that you'll meet in Reprobate ways as well. Let's see. Let's see. So it looks like JP is still trying to log on. We're going to try to be able to get him back on. Let me go ahead and walk you guys through a little bit about the functionality here of the Sparkle mat. Again, we're going to talk to JP about the backstory of it, but let me show you a little bit. I'm going to say he's okay. So JP, it looks like he says he can hear me there. Let's see. JP, I'll tell you what, try to log on without the video, and I'll see if we can bring you on that way for the Amazon Live. Try to log back in. Try to refresh there and see if it'll let me just bring you in for the audio, and we can definitely be able to continue it that way. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and share with our audience what the Sparkle mat looks like. And again, I have a unboxing video that I did. It's going to be up on Amazon. Let's see. Looks like we got him there. Hello, JP. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, JP. Good. Hey, it's we got 1 out of 2. We're good. But, yeah, JP,
I was sweating over here, Cyrus. I was sweating. I'm on like 3 Sparkle mats. I got so much infrared going on right now. I'm so relaxed at the same time. I'm just sweating trying to get this technology going. This is my first live stream. I'm a little bit of a
Oh,
nervous, a little nervous, a little bit more
well,
happy.
look, hey,
I really liked Felicia. She was really sweet and like you guys are like really positive. I loved it. I got pumped up before hopping on mine. So I
well,
love what
thank
you're
you.
doing here. This is amazing.
Well, look, I'm glad to have you on with us, JP, and we will be having you back because I'm definitely looking forward to this. One of the things that you and I should let our audience know a little bit, JP and I have been communicating by email, and one of the things he mentioned was actually being able to go through a meditation, which I think JP would be great in the future. Would love to have you back to do that. I'm going to be showing them the sparkle mat here, JP. I have my great bag here. I did an unboxing video. I'm going to be posting after Cyber Monday here. But JP, talk to us about the idea for the bag. Where did it come from?
Oh, well, I love it. Love the bags there. I love that you did an unboxing video. I'm looking forward to seeing that, Cyrus. The idea came from, I don't know. I was reading your book, Words I Choose to Live By, and I'm really selective with my words, and I hear that in your language as well. And for me, I was doing some personal work, and an early childhood trauma came up. I know we're going to talk about some very practical things about the mat, about like pain relief, because it absolutely does soothe pain. We're going to talk about relaxing, because everyone can identify with pain, muscle pain, back pain, shoulder pain. But, for me, I came at it from a place of like doing some energy work, because I couldn't really remember what was going on. But I do know this. I wasn't into crystals, and you're holding up right there. There's 3 pounds of amethyst crystals, and there is some metaphysical properties, I believe, that come with it, because again, I wasn't one of these believers, Cyrus, but for me, I would lay on this mat, and I worked with a Reiki practitioner, and I would leave like, oh my gosh, like I just.
It looks like we may have lost. Oh, I think we got him back again. I think we got him back again. All right, JP. Last thing we heard is that you went to see a Reiki practitioner. JP, can you hear us? Hello, JP, can you hear us? Okay, it looks like we may have lost him again. We're going to try to keep getting him back, though. I want to share with you guys, though, he was talking about the design of this. I want you guys to see this. And it really is cool. It comes with a dial controller here. You all can see there. All you have to do to get started, you just press the power button there. And then you're able to choose between your low or high there. I think we have JP back with us. Hello, JP. Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys, but
Okay.
can you hear me?
Gotcha. The
Oh my
last thing we heard
gosh.
you say, the last thing we heard you say, JP, was going to a Reiki practitioner.
Yeah, and I would come off the mat, Cyrus, and sorry everyone that's live, and you're just being so patient with me. I so
No,
appreciate
you're
it.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah. So I'd come off, and I felt like I did like 90 minutes of hot yoga, but I didn't do anything. It was just the mat, because the mat's it's got the crystals, right? It looks pretty. It's beautiful. It's got a soothing thing, but the look of it, the aesthetics. But what happens when you heat up amethyst or tourmaline, it creates infrared rays which penetrate the body 1.5 inches. Okay, so then what happens is a term through like if you've ever been into a spa or to a sauna, it's called vasodilation, which opens up the capillaries, and it opens up your veins and to push more blood through it, and warms it up. So there's this invigoration of the body, and sweat can actually occur. The heart rate would increase, but again, without doing any exercise. So I'd leave, and I'd have this wonderful glow. Hence the word sparkle. That's where the word sparkle came from. I would leave and feel sparkling. And then the other aspect for me is I love that sparkle with joy concept from the great declutter. I'm not getting her name right just here, but when I brought this to my heart, I was like, wow, it just feels good. It feels great. And so you have all the aspects of like, infrared, and you have the amethystals, and then the white discs are tourmaline. So they have the most capacity to produce the most infrared rays. And I have one in my background here. I set up my whole space here so it look all pretty and amazing. But like similarly, it produces a lot of negative ions. And so negative ions, it sounds negative, but it's actually really positive. What it is, it creates a charge in the air, once it's on, and especially if you're close to your head, it ionizes the air so that it takes all the dust and crap that's in the air and pulls it to the ground. And when we breathe in negative ions, we feel invigorated. It's the same effect when you're at the ocean. It produces these negative ions. You feel really, it's invigorating, right? So you have the negative ions, then you have those red lights. And if you plug, would see is those red lights would come on, and they're actually cold they're cold lasers, and it helps with pain relief. It directly attributes that pain relief. There you go, Cyrus. Looks great. And so if you put that directly on like your shoulder, if you have shoulder pain, if you put it on your lower back, we have so many people, and I have mentors that have these, and they're like, nothing else worked. And so once you take care of the back pain and stress, it's easy to go to sleep. All of us who've had back pain before, man, try going to sleep on your back, lying down with back pain. It's almost impossible. It sucks, so lie on this either beforehand. You could do when you wake up, you could put it on your back. You have a portable mat, so that's great. So you can literally pick it up, no problem. I have the full-size mat here, and it's 30 pounds because there's 13.5 pounds of amethyst. So that's a lay down full thing, but this portable mat is fantastic to invigorate, with energy, bring up your energy, feel good, have something cozy. I'm here in Toronto, Canada, so we just got hit with 3 to 5 inches of snow. And so I'll tell you right now, I had my sparkle mat down. I had people over yesterday, my friend Taylor, and she was just like, wow, this is so cozy. It's so nice. She's like, how long can I keep this on for? These can last up to 12 hours. You can keep them on. I wouldn't keep them on overnight. You do have to be careful. They do go up quite high in temperature. We're talking internally over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So you want to be you got to be you want to be careful. They do have mechanisms set in not to burn out or not to damage your skin, but this is very close to a medical device. And so there might be a question, like, it is a bit pricey at $139, okay? No doubt. You can definitely buy a heating pad per se for let's say $30 on Amazon. The difference between this and a heating pad is, one, the technologies we described with the infrared rays and the red light therapy and the crystals, but also there is 4 layers built in there.
All right. Seems like we may have lost JP again. I want to say while we were talking, I was actually adjusting the dial you guys see here, the controller. And one thing that I've noticed is how it is getting warm, but also I noticed that the number changing. We're going to talk to JP about that if we can get him back, about the controller itself. Again, it's a really easy way to be able to travel with this. I love the fact that it comes with the travel bag. One of the things that I shared in my unboxing, I'm going to be posting on Amazon as well. I love the fact that it comes with a bag to be able to travel with it. As you guys know, I talk about my mom quite a bit. She's someone that does deal with back pain. I actually just tried it out. I actually put it on my back as I was working here in the home office. You can definitely feel the difference, which is really cool. And I will say this other thing, JP was talking about the price. One thing you'll notice here are really 2 factors. One is the durability of this. You can tell by the design. This is built to last. So that's one of the great things about it. So yes, you are making an investment in yourself. We were talking about that earlier with Felicia, but it's something that also is durable. And that's one of the great things that I notice about it. Also, the second thing that I like about it is that it can easily be used however it is that you want it. Felicia, you're right. It is a great gift. And the fact that it's something that the whole family can be able to use. Like I said, my mom, I may let her use mine, Felicia. I'm not giving it to her. But I will let her borrow it, have her sign it out, and everything. Maybe put down a deposit. We used to do when we were getting movies from Blockbuster or something. Maybe put down a deposit or something. But it is one of those things though that does feel good against your back. And again, I can even feel it here. Feel the heat here on the actual pad itself. So definitely something that does give you that soothing feeling, as JP was talking about. I will say this too about the way that it is made is that it can be adjusted in a way. So, for myself, this is the way that I had it because of the way the plug was here in my home office. I had it turned this way, but you can really have it. Really, I noticed even on the packaging that's on Amazon, you can have it actually laying across your back. You know, maybe that's one of the ways you can be able to soothe those those muscles. But however you choose to use it, the great thing is you can definitely feel it working. And I think that is the great thing. If you're going to be spending money on something like this, you want something that's going to work. And I can tell you from even the experience I've used now for 2 days, the Sparkle mat works. And it's one of those things that definitely makes you feel good. Hey, Felicia, you know I'm not joking about that signing it out right. Definitely she'll have to, for something like this, yeah, she'll have to sign it out. Want to make sure I get it back. But I love this. We having some tech issues with JP. So definitely we cannot get him back. We will have him back on again because one of the things that he offered to do is actually to be able to do some meditations with you guys as well. What a cool way for us to be able to do that. Talk about this mat, but also you heard him talk about the other mat that is here on Amazon as well. Now, this one that I have is $139.50 right now. The reviews are already coming in. I'll be writing my review as well. But it's one of those things, Felicia, you're right. That's really it. And it's one of those things that you can feel good about. And again, I mean, you can just feel the heat coming from it. It's a really nice soothing feel against your back. Again, that's what I used it for here in the home office, just to try it out. You can definitely tell the difference. It's very soothing. And like I said, you have the controller to be able to control the temperature there, how high it goes up. And then you're able to turn it on and off very easily just from there. So it's a really nice design. And again, when you don't have it on, you're able just to fold it up and place it back inside your bag. And you're all set to be able to travel with it or to be able to store it until you need it again. And then after it's turned off, you can still, even on this side, you can still feel the warmth of it as well. So again, the Sparkle mat is one of those things that is a great idea for yourself, a great gift for the family. It's $139.50. One of those things that you can be able to get for yourself and feel good about it and be able to help you with those things that we're talking about, whether you're talking about lower back pain or just to be able to soothe those muscles. It's a great way to be able to relax for sure. And again, we're going to have a JP come back on. We appreciate JP for joining us to talk about the Sparkle mat, the inspiration behind it. And definitely thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Cyrus Webb Presents here on Amazon Live. I'll be back with you guys here a little bit later. I'm going to keep things going when it comes to entrepreneurs. I'm going to have Robert Helm of the All Sports Headgear that's also here on Amazon. He is coming up later on at the bottom of the hour, depending on how you all are watching this particular broadcast. Until then, though, we hope you guys have a great one, and we will talk to you soon. You take care.